Hello traders. This is Trading Systems Masterclass Part 5. If you have not watched Part 1 to Part 4, you may do so before watching this video. Let's get started. Alright. We want to talk about the price itself, the number one indicator. Alright. One of the mistakes that traders are making, alright, even experienced traders, alright, are making is that they are trading the indicators instead of trading the price. Alright, and the reality is that if the price does not move, the indicator will not move. The stochastic will not move, the RSI will not move, MACD will not move if the price does not move. The price is the number one indicator. The indicator will give the warning, but the price must confirm the warning. Sometimes, what is happening, talking about the price itself, the number one indicator, we are using a trading system. We say that, okay, the setup, the signal, and the entry point. So we are looking for a valid setup. All right, remember, we want to validate the setup. So one of the setup that traders use very often is a higher low in a rising channel. So there is one here. It was forming here. In this session here, you see the price was touching. I'm removing my spotlight, I'll put it back here. The price was touching, okay, I'm going to zoom into it a bit. Okay, the price was touching, okay, the bullish trend line, you see. So, went up, okay, low, higher high, good. Higher low on the edge of the trend line, invitation to buy, good. We take it, it went up. Now another invitation to buy here. So this is a high risk setup here, this one here. You don't want to take this one. Why? Sometimes trader will say, George, I see a triple green, but sometimes the triple green is a tricky triple green, all right? Or trader may say, I see a triple red, but it's a tricky triple red, all right? So you want to validate the setup, because if you choose the wrong setup, you are starting on the wrong foot. Though the price was retesting the bullish trend line, okay, it's still in the rising channel, but retesting it, the price has displayed a lower high. So we don't want to see a lower high before we see the higher low. When we see a lower high, before we see a higher low, we need to be very, very careful. Now you see, sometimes traders choose a setup, and then they say this is a setup. And look here, this is exactly what has happened. You see that traders were buying here, but the price went down more. When we see a lower high before a higher low, we need to be very, very careful. Alright? On the other hand, when we see a higher low before a lower high, we need to be very, very careful. So the price going down, display lower low, lower high, all right? And suddenly the price displayed, okay, a higher low before giving us the lower high. Pay attention. Sometimes it is a valid setup. When? It is a valid setup when the price displays higher low followed by, okay, a lower high. It happens very often when the price is retesting horizontal, okay, support level or resistance level. You will see that sometimes the price will display higher low, fooling people. So there was one example here. Let's go to the 30-minute chart for this. Sometimes you see that, but the point I want trader to remember is that you are paying attention to the price. The price might display a higher high before giving us the higher low. If it gives us, okay, a lower high before giving us the higher low, though we are on the edge, we need to be very, very careful. There are some bullish signal which we call it's a trap if you fail to pay attention to the price. So some traders, they want to use trading system like a trading robot, okay? Buy, sell, buy, sell. Doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. If a trader does not understand that it's better for the trader to save their money, okay? It's just that it's not like that. If I say to you that's the way it is, I'm just fooling you. And I don't want to fool you. I don't want to do that. All right? It doesn't work like that. I think that's one example where the price display higher low. Here, this is it here. There's one here. See here? So you see here the price, this is this high, a lower high, a lower low here, yeah, a lower, see, lower high, comparing this high to this high, there's a lower high, okay, there's a low here, okay, another lower low, you see, here, a lower high, okay, trader challenge it, but here the price display a higher low, where I push my cursor, there's a higher low. But as it was coming to the edge here, which is this trend line, almost, so you see, joining this point and this one here, okay, you can see that there was a higher low, there was this low and a higher low before it's touching it here. You will need to be careful when we are taking signal like this, because the price has displayed a higher low before retesting. This one was not too bad. Why? This is what I was trying to tell you now. It was not too bad. All right, I'm lost a bit here. All right, so this one is not too bad. Where we are, this one is not too bad. Why? Pay attention, because the price was retesting. Okay, if I draw a line there, you can see it here. Okay. All right, if I draw a line here, you see this key level, this horizontal line. Okay, though the price display high low, it was retesting. Okay. Okay, so it break below it. Okay, try to come back and retest it. Display higher low, but it's still below the support level. We will look for opportunity to sell here. We do not sell as aggressive traders. We'll wait for a clear cut signal. So this one is not too bad. But the message I want traders to understand is that when the price gives us a higher low before giving us a lower high, we need to be careful. On the other hand, if the price giving us a lower high before giving us a higher low on the edge, we need to be very careful. These are bullish trap and bearish trap when traders are looking for a setup. So a trader may go, for instance, on a daily chart, like I show you now. Okay, this is Protect and Gamble American stock, and they may see a setup, all right, but the setup is not a valid setup, like as we can see here, all right. Okay, here you can see, though the price was retesting the bullish trend line on the edge, it's a low risk entry point, but the price has displayed a lower high before retesting it here. Very often we see traders taking this trade. Sometimes some of these trades happen on the 50-minute chart, 30-minute chart, hourly chart, and if you are not analyzing the price, you can get into trouble. So be aware of that, because the easiest way traders trade, which is not too bad, traders that are trading the price, they draw their channels, because we say to traders, pay attention to the market pattern. Okay, so they draw their channel like this. Okay, so they say, okay, it's still in the channel, and they are waiting for it to retest it here, and they want to buy. All right, but if the price gives a lower high before retesting it, you need to be very, very careful. All right. Hope you have enjoyed this video also about the trading system masterclass part 5. We were talking about the price. Trader must pay attention to the price itself, the number one indicator. We want to take a value setup, but when we see a lower high before a higher low, we need to be careful. All right. On the other hand, when we see a higher low before the lower high, we need to be careful. Until the next time, enjoy yourself and be very happy. We are the TSTW 24 traders.